Jake, we're not leaving until you talk to us. I breathed sharply and stood up from my desk. They were not about to back down. Fine. I was about to teach them a lesson they would never forget. I snatched my keys and stormed downstairs, my blood seething. I was not scared. I was infuriated. The sheer chutzpah of these guys to walk up uninvited at my house and demand money as if I were their personal ATM. Not even a phone call beforehand. Not even a half-hearted apologies. Just a straight-up ambush. They actually thought they could corner me into submission, like if I were a naive child? I yanked the door open, and there they were. Mom, Dad, and, of course, Eric, all standing in a close formation, as if they were preparing to hold a family intervention. Mom had her arms crossed, her typical disappointed mother expression locked and loaded. Dad stood rigid, hands in his pockets, his face a mix of frustration and entitlement, as if he couldn't believe I was forcing him to do this in person. And Eric, the tiny leech, had the guts to appear bored. Like the entire scenario was only mildly inconvenient for him. As if he was not the cause of any of this. When Mom saw me, she went into full theatrical. Mom. Jake. Finally. We need to talk. I leaned against the door frame, arms crossed. Number you need to leave. She blinked, as if she was unable to absorb what I had just said. Excuse me? You heard me? My voice was calm, controlled, and firm. You don't get to just show up at my apartment demanding money. That's insane. Dad gave a quick scoff. Are you seriously going to let us lose the house over a petty grudge? I gave out a frigid laugh. A petty grudge? Oh, you mean the one where you judged I was good enough to pay your bills but not worthy of inclusion in your will? Is that a grudge? Mom gasped and clutched her chest, as if I had just hit her. Jake, that is not fair. We merely did what we believed was best for our family. I tilted my head. Best for the family? You mean the best for Eric? Simply say it. Silence. A prolonged, heavy silence. Eric, who had been unusually silent until now, finally spoke up. Look man, I don't want to get involved in this. I did not ask for anything. I turned to him, finally letting go. No, you simply sit back and accept all that is given to you. You are 28 years old, Eric. Get a damn job. His face grew crimson. What the hell, dude? I stepped closer. You've heard me. Do you want to inherit the house? Begin acting like a homeowner. Do you want to be the golden child? Begin paying their damn bills. I'm done being your personal banker. Eric averted his gaze, his attention drawn to the sidewalk. Mom took a deep breath and refocused her guilt trip. Jake, he's your brother. I nodded. Yep. And I've been there for him longer than you have. Dad's face clouded. You're being selfish? I laughed, a genuine laugh. Oh, that's rich coming from you. I gestured between them. You two agreed that Eric deserved everything, while I deserved nothing. And now when it's time to pay the price for your decision, you're attempting to coerce me into repairing it for you. Not happening. Mom's voice became sharper. We thought you'd be mature about this. I raised an eyebrow. Mature? You mean I should simply accept that I was betrayed and continue to pay your bills? Because, let's be honest, that's what you wanted. Dad stepped nearer, attempting to loom over me as he had when I was a child. We reared you, Jake. We provided you with food, clothing, and everything else you needed. The least you can do is help us right now. I looked him dead in the eyes. I already have. For years. You repaid me by cutting me out. Mom's lips twitched. We thought you'd understand. I exhaled and shook my head. Oh, I understand completely. I understand that I was never your family, but rather a paycheck. Silence. An oppressive and unmistakable silence. I turned to see Eric, who was still trying to be invisible. And you? What is your excuse? You had years to mature, organize your life, and contribute, but you didn't. You knew they'd take care of you. And when they're gone, you just expect me to step in, right? Eric eventually snapped. What would you like me to say, man? I did not ask for this. I nodded slowly,